With Black Swans Banner fully revealed, there's lots to consider. Black Swan owners are eating good, but how good are they actually eating? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of it all, talk about our character banner and how much value you're getting out of it for your pulls. Now let's get into the main meat of the video itself, Black Swan. Black Swan's kit hasn't been fully revealed, and they also haven't actually really given us any information about her. However, we do know that she is a damage over time character. In the stream itself, they show her using her cards to attack enemies. We should be getting more information about her soon to solidify her kit, but I'll also be trying to make a full video on her when she does release. So based on the information that we did get from the stream, I'm gonna try and reference things that I noticed to pick apart her kit and see what exactly is going on. So upon using her basic attack, we see a Black Swan apply some sort of debuff, which is called Arcana according to the stream, to the enemy. From this attack alone, it triggers 2 Arcana stacks. It seems pretty standard for a basic, and it's sort of compared to how Sampo's basic applies Wind Shear. However, these two aren't the same kind of debuffs, so it's possible that these two debuffs can coincide with each other. Her skill seems to apply this Arcana as well, indicated by the 4 stacks gained. Additionally, the boss also seems to have a defense shred added to them, which makes Black Swan able to add her own defense shred to the enemy, which is actually super good for the damage over time team. And everyone else is able to benefit it from that as well. One interesting thing that I noticed from the stream was they used Kafka to use her skill to trigger that dot explosion. The debuff that Black Swan has was at 4 before the dot explosion, but afterwards it goes up to 6, which leads to a pretty interesting situation and leads into an interesting idea that I have. So the way that her debuff stacks could work are based on some sort of interaction with dots. Due to Kafka only being able to explode dots, the present dot that is available on her is Guinaifen's dot. So my assumption is when that dot was exploded, it allowed for Black Swan's Arcana to increase. I do think that's really cool, and it's also mentioned that the Arcana can have different effects. So it could mean based on the account of the Arcana present on the character, the tarot cards that she has that triggers will be different on the enemy, as shown by the visualization on screen. And for her ultimate, they didn't really say anything about her ultimate, but come on man, that ultimate looks pretty baller, I won't lie. Overall, Black Swan's kit looks pretty fun, and its interaction with dots will be so incredible for the damage over time team. And if you're a Kafka owner like myself, we're gonna be eating well. And if you're not a Kafka owner, you should consider pulling for Kafka. So let's move on to the 4 stars that are appearing on her banner. Starting with Tingyun, she's a pretty self-explanatory character. She can buff up your units, give them attack boost as well as a damage multiplier boost, while also providing energy for the team, or at least the solo unit. Tingyun's by far the best support we've got in the game, and there's not much else to really talk about her. If you can get a Tingyun, you're eating well. The more Tingyuns you can get, the more you're eating well. Next up is Guinaifen, which is our fire dot character. Guinaifen is actually such an incredible supporter as well as a dot applier. Her fire kiss stacks allow for damage the enemy receives to be increased by 7% for each stack, and it's 3 times by default, but once you get her to E6, she's able to get 4 fire kiss stacks, allowing for up to 28% damage increased. Taken. Not only that, but Guinaifen can also explode her burn dots, which could work really well with the Arcana stacks that Black Swan has if they do trigger based on the dot exploding or just like triggering overall in general. Guinaifen's definitely one of the better dot units to have, as well as she's able to work super well with Black Swan. Them being paired together on the same banner is really nice. Now let's move on to the last character on the banner and another new character, Misha. Misha got a pretty interesting kit based on what we were able to observe from the live stream. Misha's kit revolves around gaining stacks from using skill points. By using his own skill, he was able to generate 2 more stacks for his counter. Additionally, for your teammates, when they're using their skills, he'll also get 1 more stack from them as well. These stacks could be accumulated and used for his ultimate, maybe causing stronger hits or causing more hits to happen based on the number of stacks he accumulates from all the skill points that are used. We were also able to see his technique where he throws something at them and they end up being frozen in time. This bellboy's got some clean skills and it really shows with his sweeping power present. Overall, this character banner is pretty great hit. If you're going for Black Swan or even interested in Misha, you've got no misses on this banner. Black Swan and Guinaifen synergy is super good, and you can also use Tingyun on the team to help get your Black Swan more ultimates sooner. Misha is a pretty interesting character overall, and I can't wait until we're able to hear more about their kit specifically and see what teams they can synergize with perfectly. Black Swan's best team is looking to be the damage over time team, and she's definitely going to be strong enough to hold on her own even without having Kafka on the team. You can run her with Kafka, Black Swan, a Harmony unit of your choice and a sustain, and there's also the option for you to triple dot with Kafka, Black Swan, and any of the 4-star dot dealers, also pairing them with Ruan Mei. This is more of a team that works fight against the clocks because you don't want to die, and Ruan Mei's toughness break delay is really good for that, but can potentially work out super well if the damage Black Swan gives out is insane. Just wanted to do a quick little breakdown for the banner, and honestly, it looks pretty good. I'll try and cover the Light Cone banner, or just more information about Black Swan and the Light Cone as well, later on, maybe in the official video once it all launches in 2.0. And that's all we've got for this video. Love you could take the chance to subscribe, and this was a bit of a shorter video as I'm trying to work on some stuff for 2.0. Comment down below what team you're planning on running your Black Swan with. Till next time, peace.